Before machines took over the railroads, there were men who moved America forward with nothing but their strength, rhythm, and unity. They were called the Gandy Dancers, and their story is one of survival, skill, and black truth. Gandy Dancers were the railroad workers who laid and maintained America's tracks, especially during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Many of them were formerly enslaved African Americans, along with poor immigrants. They worked under brutal conditions, long hours, dangerous labor, and barely enough pay to survive. Their name came from the tools they used, called Gandy bars, and the way they moved in rhythm to songs and chants while working. These songs weren't just music, they were communication, culture, and survival. The rhythm kept everything in sync, lifting heavy rails together as one. Without that unity, the work would have been impossible. But here's the part of America that America does not like to talk about. The railroads that built this nation's wealth were laid on the backs of black labor. Gandy dancers made the trains run, yet their names are erased from history, while tycoons like Vanderbilt and Rockefeller get all the credit. The Gandy dancers were more than workers, they were cultural barriers, innovators, and survivors in the system that tried to break them. Next time you hear a train whistle, remember, it was their sweat, rhythm, and strength that made America move. Say their name, the Gandy Dancers, the Black Railroad Workers.
Ha! This nigga said he had, ah! And we would always boost him. Sing then, sing!
The work calls these retired railroad laborers are demonstrating grow out of a tradition they helped shape. In the segregated South, it was primarily African American men who served as the custodians of the railway lines, laying and maintaining tracks by hand labor. These section crews were known as Gandy Dancers. They worked for companies like the Southern, L&N, and Seaboard, doing what was considered the most physically demanding and the lowest paying jobs on the railroad. Gandy dancers were expected to lay new rail, replace rotten cross ties, repair tracks damaged by floods, and tightly pack or tamp the gravel bed on which the rails lay. But most of their time was spent straightening sections of track that had been pounded out of alignment by the tremendous and frequent weight of passing trains. Using 5-foot steel lining bars, each weighing over 20 pounds, gangs pulled in unison, inching the track back into line. Coordination and timing of each man's exertion was critical. One member of the gang, the caller, synchronized the group's physical movements with his voice, ensuring safety and pacing, while spiritually uplifting the men at their work.